Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you had a nice Easter, a nice weekend. Well, I feel much better recovering from this head cold slash allergies was kicking my behind last week. So I was not feeling the greatest, but definitely feel better. Um, but even with that, and I wasn't feeling like last week, actually a week ago, like last Monday, um, I was home sitting on the couch. I forgot what I was doing. But anyway, my son, my oldest, my firstborn twin, he was the first twin to come out. He was calling me and asking me a lot of questions, right? And I think he called maybe about 4 or 5, 6 times. I don't know. He just needed clarification. He just needed my advice. And so he was like, I hope I'm not bothering you. I'm like, no, you're not bothering me. Like, you're my son. You're my child. Like, I'm always here for you. Yeah, you are an adult. You live on your own. You're doing your thing. But I'm still here for you as your parent. And so it just made me reflect on the progress I've made with him, particularly. I don't know. It's always sometimes it's like you have one child that just will push your buttons, right? It just that will take you there. And he was that child, you know. His twin brother, his brother, he knew not to. He in his mind he was like, this little 5'1" lady, she crazy. I'm not gonna mess with her. But his brother, on the other hand, he just would take me there. And I think that was just a reflection of how much growth I needed to do, how much healing and growing I needed to do to change because I was short tempered. He was short tempered, and we just butt heads. Like one time, I forgot what he said, but I was so mad. I was ready to swing on him. Like at the time, my ex husband had to step in front of me and be like, Joyce, like, calm down. Like, it's not that serious. But I forgot what he said, but he just took me there. And I don't know, I think he was like 15 or 16 at the time. But like them teen years, it's rough, you know. Um, it's just, I loved him, but I ain't like him. I don't know if you could relate. Like, you know, you love your child, but it's like, I don't like this. I do not like this little boy or this girl or this young man or whatever. And so we went through it for some time, really. And so it again, it was a reflection of how much I needed to grow, how much trauma, unhealed trauma I had. You know, growing up, like it was a lot. It was very chaotic. You know, it was a lot of yelling and screaming. It wasn't good communication. I didn't see good examples of good communication. And so it just wasn't until I learned through therapy, like how much I really needed, how much stuff I needed to really unpack and really grow from and heal from. So later on, I'm glad I was able to have a conversation with him and his siblings. Like, just, I'm sorry, like, you know, I was young. I was 21 when I had them, and I was 26 with my daughter. Like, I didn't, I had lack of patience. I ain't have the good sense that I have now. And so I just encourage you, like, you know, put your ego to the side. And if you haven't already, make sure you can apologize. Like if you know you wasn't the best parent, especially when they was growing up, apologize and admit that. You know, I think that it's good to have a certain amount of humility. And so with that, it, you know, our relationship has grown and evolved. Um, and even more so, I think since his twin brother's passing, you know, 7 years ago, um, that's when I really started therapy. Honestly, I mean, I'm a firm believer. It's better late than never. But I really feel like everybody needs a good therapist, life coach, but therapists in particular, because growing up, we don't really. I don't think we realize like how much trauma, how much stuff, you know, we hold on to and we're not aware of. So I think that can really block really obstruct how well you're able to parent, especially if you're a young parent, whether you're a teenager or if you're in your early 20s when you're a parent. It's nothing like when you're a parent in your, you know, your 30s, 40s, 50s. Like you gain so much knowledge and wisdom. So anyway, I encourage you, talk to your adult children. They need us. They watch us. They really do, even whether they're living in the house or not. They really do look at us. They watch everything that we do. And like, you know, one of the best things he said to me is like, I just, Ma, I really appreciate how, like how you're so calm, and you know your voice is so soothing now in contrast to when, you know, when I was younger. Like I was a yeller. You know, I had no patience. and I would snap. It was really short tempered. He's like, I really appreciate how you've grown, in our relationship now. And so, yeah, it takes a lot of self reflection, a lot of healing, a lot of growing, And so, again, please continue to talk to your adult children. Whether they may say that, act like they don't need it or don't want it, but they really do appreciate when we affirm them, we encourage them, and be there for them, because they still need us, even as adults, they still need us. So I just wanted to share that. Anyway, have a great day and enjoy the rest of your Monday.